Hey guys, I am going to do a chit-chatty get ready with me. I feel like I haven't done that, and it'd be really nice to get to know all you guys. So let's get started. So to start off, I'm going to use Naked Ultimate Basics to do my crease because I'm going to use a fun, the new Tarte Make Believe in Yourself palette to do a sparkly look on my eyes. I'm actually getting ready to leave for vacation, so I'm not planning on doing anything too fancy, but we are going to dinner before we go, so I'm going to do something a little fun, a little summery. How are you guys doing though? I know that I haven't filmed in quite a while, and I've just had a crazy summer already, and the end of my school year was just insane. I've started a new job now. I work in the beauty field. I'm not going to tell you where, but just so you know, I have started actually doing makeup on other people and selling makeup, so that's really fun. It's not Sephora, but it's still really exciting and it's really fun. It's different because, as many of you probably don't know, I worked with dogs previously to this as a dog handler. So I'm just using the two different brown shades, Faith and Lookout, from the palette just to give a decent smoky crease. Nothing too special today. I actually had the day off today, so I thought it would be fun to film a look. This is the new Tarte palette that I just got. It's actually on sale right now. It's Sephora and I believe Ulta. I'm not entirely sure. I don't go to Ulta as much because my Sephora is really nice. I found that these work better if you use a glitter primer. My favorite glitter primer is the Too Faced Shadow Insurance, but I'm trying to use up this NYX one, and I think it works pretty well. I'm just going to pat that all over both of my eyes. And I'm going to use my fingers, and I'm going to take this Wings shade and just press that all over my lid. These smell so good. Like, Too Faced and Tarte could literally open a bakery with the smells of their eyeshadows. It's insane. I've never smelled eyeshadows as good as them. Not as good as Sweet Peach palette, because I could just smell that all day. And then I'm going to take Marvel and put it just in the front inner corners of my lid. I do think there is a little bit of fallout. Fallout doesn't usually bother me as much because I think almost all makeup companies have it. So I'm just going to take this little Wet n Wild brush and sweep out the fallout from under my eyes. I'm going to carve out those brows quick. Gotta get them on fleek. Do people still say fleek? Am I the only human being left that's saying fleek right now? Sorry, I had to do my eyebrows off of camera because as I was carving them out, they were starting to look just a little bit crazy, and I didn't really want to go out looking like that today. So I'm just going to take this little brush and do a quick, simple eyeliner today. Nothing, no wing. I'm going to take all the attention to that glitter. I'm going to test out a new foundation today, which is exciting. I haven't tested out a new one in a little while. I moisturized my face with the Dr. Brandt moisturizer that I've been loving lately. And I primed it with Professional. This is the new Wet n Wild. I guess it's not new anymore because I think every beauty guru has talked about it now. But I just finally decided to buy it. I don't know. I'm afraid that the color isn't going to be quite right for me. I think it's going to be a little bit pale. I never get a tan, and the one time I do is when I want to test out foundation that I bought when I was, not pale. One thing I'm concerned about is I guess this isn't the most sanitary bottle. since I just wiped this on my face, but I don't really have a glass palette in front of me. I'm just gonna blend it in with my e.l.f. blending brush. I think this is my favorite foundation brush when I'm not using my beauty blender. I think that it buffs it in pretty well. It looks pretty flawless. This foundation is giving me really good coverage, actually. It was really cheap too, like $4 to $5 in that range, which for foundation, even at the drugstore anymore, is pretty extraordinary. I like to blend it on my neck and up to my ears, especially right now, because I don't think this is quite the right shade for me, but I think it looks quite pretty, actually. It hasn't fully covered up my pimple, but it looks way better than it did, so that's really good. I'm gonna set it with my fave Stay Matte powder by Rimmel. I think this is like the OG favorite setting powder by Beauty Gurus, by the way. Like, I see Tati using it all the time, and I see Jen from Jen Beauty using it. I think Emily Nicole too. I know Jaclyn Hill has talked about it as well. I don't know. Rimmel knew what they were doing with this cheap powder. I always make sure to set up my neck. Because, I don't want that fading and not my face fading. That would look kind of crazy. I'm not doing under eye concealer today because my bags aren't that bad and I kind of want to look semi-natural today. So I'm going to go in and contour with my Hoola. I bought the new Chica Parade palette. And because I needed a Hoola, and I decided that I would just buy this. And I actually really love it. I think that it gave me new shades and colors to try out that I hadn't tried yet. And it gave me a new Hoola. And I think it's actually easier to travel with than the original Hoola, which is also nice. Hoola just blends out so nice. Like, if you haven't tried it yet, they sell mini versions of it at Ulta, and I would highly recommend picking one up because it is quite amazing. And I'm gonna use Dallas as my blush, which is my favorite summer blush. And I love using this stippling brush because I think it gives me a really natural flow of color. This is not sponsored by e.l.f., as I see that I have used every e.l.f. brush possible. And lastly, going in with a Tarteist lip paint in the color Birthday Suit. Gonna finish off with a little bit of mascara. Not gonna do false eyelashes today because we're actually heading on a car ride after dinner to the lake. So I'm going to be ending up taking off a lot of this makeup anyways, especially if we decide to go swimming tonight or on the boat tonight. So don't want anything too heavy, but just want to look nice for dinner and a nice pretty summer look. So this is the finished look